Hi, Morgan and Grayson. It's Cousin Gabby here in Florida. It's a beautiful day, so I decided to do this outside because it's gorgeous. You should come visit me. Um, okay, so you're probably like, oh, why is our cousin Gabby making us a video? Let me explain. So, since I last saw you at Thanksgiving, I've been thinking about sending you a book. My favorite book for your age group, okay? And for some reason, I just never get around to sending it. I think it's actually even in my Amazon shopping cart, and I could get it mailed directly to you, but I either forget or I just don't. I don't know. I think it's like a mental hiccup. So anyway, last night I made a video of me reading for your cousin. I can't say your cousin's name on YouTube. It's a long story. He's 9 and very cool, and he doesn't want to be associated with me and my YouTubing. So I'm not allowed to say his name. But your cousin, my youngest son, the one with freckles, and he plays sports. Okay, well that one, I made a video for him because we've been reading the Judy Blume series for a couple months. And yeah, so I wanted to read chapter 9, whatever. And then I was like, oh, if I made my son, that I'm not allowed to say his name, a video, I can do the same for Morgan and Grayson. And that way, you can still experience my favorite book that, for whatever reason, I haven't sent to you yet. So, that's what I'm going to do. So what I recommend is getting on your couch, maybe in your bed, get a blanket, get cozy, and I'm going to read to you. And maybe you guys already know this book. It's a famous book. It's really, really good. It's called The Paper Bag Princess. The author is Robert Munch, and the illustrator is Michael Marchenko. All right, guys, let me see. Let me get the best angle. There we go. Excellent book. Let's do it. It's dedicated to a little girl named Elizabeth. So I read this in class every year to my students. And this year, luckily, I have a little girl named Elizabeth. So it was a real treat when the whole story is about her, and it was dedicated to her. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. That's Ronald. That's Elizabeth. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Oh my God, do you see that? That's the dragon. Where am I? That's the dragon. There's Prince Ronald. Bad situation going on. Dragon burnt down the castle, carrying off the dude, and look at Princess Elizabeth. Elizabeth, she's such an awesome person. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forest and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. Look at that. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath. But this time, nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Oops, here's the picture. Oops, wrong way. He was worn out. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" So, the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Woo! That looks like one tired dragon, doesn't it, boys? Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. Oh, wow. Look at that dragon just laying on the ground. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you're a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled, and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." They didn't get married after all. The end. And that, boys, is one of my very, very favorite books for little guys like you that are 4 and 5 years old. As a matter of fact, I'm not telling my, how do I do it? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell my class. Well, it'll be a different class next year anyway. But next year for Halloween in school, I'm probably going to dress up as Princess Elizabeth because she's my idol. Like, she's a really cool chick. I like her a lot. Anyway, I love you, boys. I still might send you the book because you should have your own copy. But I think this is going to get to you quicker. All right, I love you lots. Give hugs and kisses to your mom and dad. Bye.